Every truck in the Bin Boy fleet has a story, and today we begin a brand new chapter. A freshly delivered truck is about to join the lineup. A new truck is always a milestone for Bin Boy. It represents growth, investment, and a stronger, more reliable service for the communities we look after. Fresh off the lot, this vehicle is the latest addition to the fleet. Brand new from top to bottom, never turned a wheel on the job. But before it can head out on its very first run, it needs to become part of the Bin Boy family. That transformation starts here at Peak Visual, where the blank body will be wrapped in striking new branding. It's here that a plain green vehicle is transformed into a working billboard, ready to represent, instantly recognisable as Bin Boy.
Preparation is the important thing. So, you may spend a couple of hours cleaning, and then the installation can take, depending what it is, can take anything from a couple of hours to a full day. It does take a little bit of time, but the final product is really good. So this one here's a reflective film. So at night it will illuminate when lights shine on it. We just do that little extra feature. So we're going to put another reflective decal on the back, on the top, a nice Spartan decal. So that's going to stand out at night as well with the light shining on it. We'll clean all this side and then we'll put the decal in position. We'll get some measurements, make sure that everything's aligned nice and square and where it should be. And then we'll start applying.
For our big boss Matt, it's the first time seeing the truck with its new wrap, and he couldn't be happier. Peak Visual have done an outstanding job bringing the Bin Boy branding to life, setting this truck up to make a strong impression from day one. Of course, branding is only part of preparing a truck for the road. Safety and visibility are just as important. That's why this new edition is being fitted with a full suite of cameras, mounted inside and out, giving drivers a clear view in every direction. These cameras are designed to protect both the crew and the community, making every run safer and more efficient.
So the reason we've developed this, along with Go Live, is develop a product for the waste industry. Whilst other systems do some very similar things, doesn't work fast enough for the waste industry, where we have clients that contact you over the phone and they want an answer immediately. So the idea is to be able to give them that information whilst they're on the phone, jump online, see where the truck was at. It nullifies the conversation. It's really important to make sure that where we run cables, we make sure that they can't foul on anything. And then if we've ever got to maintain it, everything's well sealed. So when we're drilling holes for putting the cameras in, making sure they're all sealed against the bodies. And by doing this, we can see exactly that that's all good. No risk of damage. These cameras, you see everything's well sealed, so they're a fully sealed unit, all high cast aluminium. So this is the DVR unit, so that's where we have our SIM cards, our SD cards, our hard drive. So this is like the black box, so we can always, regardless of what happens to the truck, we can always retrieve this, take it back to the system and find out what happened. So the only one we've got left to do in the cabin is the one that sits behind the driver. That's the last of the cabin cameras left to be fitted. Okay, time to start on the rear. So what we'll do is we'll prepare some leads, make it so it's a little bit more robust. We'll run that cabling and then we'll fit the DVR. So I'm not mounting the camera here, merely a tool of the trade. I've devised a way that seems to be able to speed up the process. I'm making a threading tool. I used this once on threading this conduit, and it's made all the difference since. Now, get it into the cabin. Everything's in our cabin. So monitor, so we can actually see, or the drivers can see what they're looking at. So obviously the more vision a driver can have around the truck, the better. We're actually looking to put some what they call soft buttons into the menu so that we can capture contamination and things like that. So that's where the screen will come in awfully handy. What we'll do is we'll mount the DVR onto the panel so that it's going to be ready to clip back in. Find ourselves some power and we'll connect everything up. I think we're ready to turn on. Righto, hopefully turn the key and we should get some, we got some lights. Should see the screen come on. Okay, so we're pretty much all back together. We've configured now, so we've got these are the 4 cameras that we need to look at. Obviously they can zoom in on any of those that they need to, and that's now live to map. So if we were to go on to our site here, you can see this is new, which I've just got to put the rego in, and if we go into that, it can now live stream, and on Matt's database or at Matt's end, he can now see, so that's all those cameras live.
The camera system, you can log in at any time The good thing about it is live, so you don't have to see where the truck is. It helps with accidents mainly, if we have a bingle or someone said we've damaged some property. But another good thing is just being able to log in and direct the drivers around. And you give them a hand and say, oh, you're at the wrong door, you can see where they are, turn left there. It's really helpful. It just removes any doubt, that's what it does.
Every detail has been carefully considered, shaped by years of experience on the road. From safety to efficiency, every addition has a purpose.
We're going from a smaller body now, less body weight. We can get a bigger payload, so the truck's not carrying around a bigger structure all day. So you can get a heap more waste bins on this before you go overweight. We've tinkered with it a lot from the first one we got. You notice there's no sump door here. We don't get it on this side anymore because when you open the door at the tip, all the juices fall out and they go all over the battery box, over the AdBlue. It just looks a lot cleaner. Rear light, so when they hit reverse, it lights up all down the side of this. Just a lot of risk with blind spots. They can't see bollards and stuff like that. Toolbox, we get it on the side now. Another thing you learn, one less thing that can go wrong, if they open the toolbox and have it folded down and they leave it open, it's going to scrape on the ground or hit something. At least like that, it goes that way. Put the dustpan in there. Hand wash, that's the pressure wash lance. We've thickened all that up because they crack over time as well and fall. We put all this on as well, or Booker does it for us. That's for their pressure washer, because when it comes out of factory, you've got the hand lance. Where do you put it? Your washing bins. You got nowhere to put it down. They put it on the ground. What do? Drive off. Hand lance gets dragged across the road. They can wash a bin, they can sit it there. That's our iPad holder from Arc Addicts in Coburg, Daniel. You get out of the cabin, you've got the iPad, selecting your jobs. You don't want to sit it on the control box because you get distracted, you get back in the truck, you drive off, the iPad's gone. We put it in the holder here. You can select your next job, weigh your bins. Another little thing here, we get this customized because with the pressure washer, the button comes out of factory, they put it here. What happens if you're doing bins at 3 a.m. and you knock the pressure washer button, fires up, you'll lose your stealth mode. It's all about being quiet. That's why we put it over here now. Just little things like that. The lifter, now we've got the new load right system on all of the trucks, weighing all the bins. And the mud flaps, when they come out of factory, they're full length to the floor. When the truck's reversing up onto rubbish at the tip, they get caught underneath and pull all this guard off. These are new side lights for the indicators. If you've got cars next to you, they can see you turning. Pressure washer tank, just for cleaning up mess or washing bins. And yeah, this is the sump door. As I said earlier, we only get it on one side now because less mess. The fire extinguisher now is sitting up here like this because the bracket was hanging underneath the underbody and would crack and fall. A few things that the drivers will take. Door stops are a big thing for bin rooms, wedging open bin room doors so you can wheel bins in and out without knocking stuff. Charging cords for iPad and phones, phone holder, fuel card. This is important. This is a anti-loss fuel card system that we've designed. It's a card on a string. They have to carry this in, swipe it. Otherwise it goes in the pocket, goes in the wash. It's missing, goes down the side of their car seat. This is the Wi-Fi router for the iPad, for the scales. So all of the data from the lifting gets sent to the iPad so it can charge the customer. We have a tool bag in each truck with shifter, spare padlocks for customers, padlock keys, just another little crate with hard hats, safety glasses, spare gloves. We have a hat there. Sometimes we'll have a milk crate full of little mini bins for the kids. I've got to put that in yet. Oh, and bin liners. A lot of the 240 litre customers will get a fresh bin liner after each service if it's in a spot where we can stop the truck and do it a bit of extra time per job. There's two other stickers we put on the inside of the cabin. The most important is the truck clearance height. If we don't have that and they try and get under a low bridge, then whose fault is it? It's ours. So 3.1 metre clearance. And also the AdBlue warning. These trucks, you need to have the ignition on while you're refilling the AdBlue so the sensors can pick up and read that it's actually being filled. But that's it for the inside of the truck. Every truck should have a crystal clear, current chemicals and some fresh rags.
With its branding complete, safety systems installed and final checks in place, the newest member of the Bin Boy fleet is ready for the road. But the real story begins once the truck is out in the field. Join us in the next episode as this truck takes on its first day of work.